Hi guys, if you can hear me, please let me know. Hi, if you could hear me, let me know. Okay. Can you hear me? Can you guys hear me? Okay. Elena Dory, yes. Okay, how are you? Oh, it's unstable. Shit. I'm fine. All right. Cool. How's the night going? I'm kind of waiting for to know. Thank you. Trying to see if we will have some more people. Quick chat. That's very important. Who else is here? I know we have 5 people. Who else is here? Say hi. 6 now. Please thumbs up if you are just joining the line. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like button, guys. Say hi, guys. Hit the like button if you're just coming in. We're just waiting to see if we'll have a couple more people before we start the chat. Okay, hit the like button, please. Mariama K, we on live. Yes, we are, Mariama. We on live. Watch out for the emojis. YouTube might spam us, so let's not use the emojis. Okay. Not that great. Do we have? We got Sibo and then Elena. I think I don't know if he or she is American, but you like come to my channel. Welcome to the live chat. It's pretty late. Sibo, can you kind of share the live? Maybe we can have a couple more people on. I know it's late. It's late in America and it's almost morning in Gambia. I wish I can have more Gambians here. Thumbs up, guys. It's going to help the YouTube algorithm. Please, thumbs up. Hi, Joyce Boggs. How are you? Hit the like button, guys. Okay, we're just gonna go ahead and start, and then whoever comes can join us. Okay. Walk it for Jame. Walk for it, Jame. What kind of name is that? Is that your name? Hi. Welcome. Kofana, how are you? Thank you, Joyce. Thank you. Anyways, I'm just going to go ahead and start. This is a very important topic. Those of you who are not Gambians, if you don't know, we have like situations in Gambia right now. And today's topic, as you guys can see by the title, is our pregnant women losing their lives during childbirth for no explainable reason. because the only reason for it is negligence of our healthcare workers. That's very sad. The name is as it read. Okay. Okay, that's cool. That's very, very sad because a country without women and children is no country, right? And everybody knows how poor the healthcare system is in Africa, talk less of Gambia. We are the smallest country, and I don't see a reason why we should be poor. But due to bad leadership and not placing our priorities at the right places, unfortunately, we are poor. It's just a great thumbs up, guys. We have 14 people on the live. Make sure you give me a big thumbs up to help the YouTube algorithm. Like I said, Gambian women are dying, and this is what is all over social media because as at now, our women are tired. They are tired, and we are scared, very scared. Basically, it's like getting pregnant is signing a death warrant in Gambia due to poor health care. It's very bad in the US, especially if you don't have insurance. Okay, that's a different thing. It's not about insurance in the Gambia. I understand that everything in the US works with insurance. But even if you don't have insurance, there are some ways that you can go about it, and you will still get good treatment. But if you are here in the US, you know that it's like you are signing your life imprisonment if you decide to neglect your patients, no matter who they are and no matter how poor they are. So you can't just treat people like that. So what happens is that in Gambia, nurses and doctors just abandon patients, and these are pregnant people that I'm talking about. It's basically a lot of different patients, but for the purpose of this topic, we're talking about the pregnant women giving birth and being abandoned or neglected by our healthcare workers who are supposed to take care of them. It is sad, but there has been stories ever since even I was a child. A lot of Gambian people will agree with me if they're on this chart, whereby we hear women that have just delivered or are pregnant talking about how they have been abused at the hospital during childbirth. Like nurses will literally shut them up and ask them why they're yelling or screaming because they are in pain. And the questions that these healthcare workers would ask these pregnant women who are giving birth would be, was that the way you were doing when you were doing it? If you know what I'm talking about, I don't want to say the name SEX. Is that how you were doing? Is that how you were yelling when you were doing SEX? If I mention the name, YouTube will flag me, so I'm not going to mention the name. Hey, Mansa. Hey, Mansa, how are you? Oops. Yeah, so that's crazy. Who looks at a pregnant woman? You don't even know, like, they are at this, have the audacity to look at them and talk to them like that instead of helping. That's crazy. But hey, that's Africa for you. I'm telling you, you dare not do that in America or anywhere in Europe. You dare not, because you will lose your license in the snap of a finger. Yes, guys, it's only 9 thumbs up. We have 15 people. Make sure you hit the like button to help the algorithm. Yeah, like I was saying, you will lose your license. You will never practice as a nurse forever. You don't even have the nerves to look at your patients in some kind of way. But hey, Africa, the people that are in positions feels like they own your life. Very sad. Gambian women are dying, and the ones that we know that are on social media right now, we have 16 deaths in 1 month. 16 deaths in 1 month. And this is just the ones that came out on social media. So if we have 16 deaths in 1 month that came out on social media, I'm telling you, we probably have 100 more that nobody knows about. We don't know how they died. Okay, we have 100 more that we don't know nothing about. We don't know the cause of their deaths, but pretty sure negligence caused it as well. The Gambian sisters. Wow. Yes, yes, that's the truth. That's the sad reality. It is sad and it is so unfortunate that we have to come to the media and talk about it. But this is what is happening. It is sad and scary, Mansa. I don't know what we're going to do. I don't know. I've given birth to a child in Gambia and two in the USA, so I cannot even begin to tell you the difference in my experience. That's what a lot of people say. A lot of people that give birth in the Gambia and then came back to the US or any other Western country, that's what everybody keeps saying. There's a big difference. I have never given birth in the Gambia, but I can tell you that, like when I was giving, is phenomenal, honestly. With my first child, I did not even take epidural for it. I did not take epidural. And if you're in the US, a lot of people do take epidural. But I didn't take epidural. I was in pain, but I just decided to try the natural way because it was my first. So I wanted to know how it feels trying the natural way because I already who had done the epidural before, but it wasn't, I don't know, it wasn't too bad. I feel like I I experienced more pain with my second child, and that one I did take epidural because I couldn't stand it. But with my first child, I did not, and I think it's just okay, you know. But the support they gave me, it's phenomenal. They supported me in every way while you're pushing. You know what I'm talking about. If you're in the US, you do know what I'm talking about. ADB Health, and I thought America was held in healthcare. For women, it seems like there is a pattern in women's care. I see a rise in dollars before and after care. Well, me, for my experience, and if you experience something different, you can leave a comment down below. From what I experienced, mine was amazing. I have a lot of support. The healthcare workers were phenomenal with me, and I don't have anything to say, even though I don't experience. I have never gone through giving birth in Africa, but I know there is no way they are not a quarter close to what this kind of support I got here. Because, like I said, since we were kids, we've been hearing our mothers and sisters talk about how nurses treat them in the hospital. Come on now, guys. How can somebody be giving birth? Like, that is so insensitive and wicked of someone to do that. Like, how can you see a pregnant woman giving birth and you don't have anything to tell them except you want them to shut up because that is not the way you were doing it when you were, that's not the way you were yelling and screaming when you were doing it. That is so insensitive. And the thing is that most of these women end up dying due to negligence. They don't deserve to die like that. They don't have to die because they are giving birth to a child. That is ridiculous. ADB, yeah, you're right. Watch out for the emojis. YouTube is very strict with those on live chat. So, yeah. But yeah, that's the truth. That's what we are going through right now. We are losing our women. Our children are being left as half orphans or orphans. And the government is not doing anything about it. Nothing about it. As you know them, they think about their bellies first. And they don't care because if it's their wives and their children, their mothers, they don't have to do anything except fly them out. Most of them give birth in European countries, in America, you know. They don't want to give birth in Africa. As long as they have the money, they sit on the country's money, eat the country's money, and don't do nothing for the people that are poor. My OBGYN used to check your down there in every visit just to touch you. Oh, Jesus. Went on for a long time before he got caught. What the heck? Wait, Master, is that in Gambia? Oh my God. That is ridiculous. And women didn't probably know what his intentions are. Yeah. And I'm glad he got caught because there's a lot of things that go on in Africa that, people are not held accountable for. Accountability is a problem in our government and our healthcare system. I think if we were being held accountable for the actions that we do, a lot of people would. That's it. And I don't think I even talk about it. I'm hurting just by saying it. I understand how you feel. And the problem in Gambia is that like women don't even talk about a lot of things, not just that, because we just don't talk about a lot of things. We don't have the courage. And then the society, when you talk about certain stuff, how the society looks at you, the aftermath of you coming out is the problem. But women have been abused for a very long time, but they don't have the courage to come out and talk about their ordeals. And I think that is very sad and it needs to stop. We need to stay by our women, we need to support them. We can't start judging people because they have gone through rape. We can't start judging people because they talked about somebody abusing them. But it's sad that this is the reality of Africa and Gambia. Our women go through a lot. They get abused physically, mentally, and emotionally, and they cannot talk about it. They can't. And kudos to those people who have the courage to come out and talk about it. But you guys can see the aftermath. Hey, best day you. You're welcome. Welcome to my everything sutura. Sutura means, how do I say this in English? Secret. You have to be secretive of everything. And you're going to be surprised that even your own family will. It's government lead yourself. No distressed. Good morning, people. It's government lead yourself. I don't know. What do you mean, Afro Nation? What do you mean? At my next visit, I told him I needed to see his post to ask if it's necessary. Yeah, but how many people can do that? Like, some people don't know if someone is trying to sexually harass them, or if your gynecologist is just doing their job. A lot of people don't know that. Mansa, honestly, a lot of people don't know that, especially Gambia. Like people are not informed, and you have to understand also that you're going to see your gynecologist, and that is why they're called gynecologists. They can check everything, but in an appropriate way. Sometimes you can tell when someone is trying to do something inappropriate. And the another problem that we have also is having the wrong people in these departments. Because I can tell you that not all of these people are nurses. All these nurses that Gambians keep calling nurse, 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 just because they wear that white uniform doesn't make them a nurse. I was in School of Nursing before I come to America. And I remember when we used to go to the hospital, sometimes those nurses, like, we're just students, okay? We don't even know what we're doing. We don't know what the heck we're doing, honestly. But you'll see, like, these nurses would be happy to see student nurses on the floor. And they would leave their entire job in the hands of the students. Really. I remember that a lot. They would leave their job in the hands of the students. They're literally happy because they can go do their thing and just let the students do it. And that's okay, because that's how the students are going to learn. But I think when you're teaching someone, you need to be there to tell them what to do. Because what if they go do something else, or, you can't just put people's life at risk like that. That's funny. He told me I was all. You see? He knows what he was doing. And the fact that he knows what he's trying to do, he said you don't need it anymore. Right. It's crazy. Yeah, like I was saying, there are people that work in the hospital as nurses that are not nurses. We have a lot of CNAs, or I think Gambians, they call them SRN. Are you talking to me? I think Gambia, they call them SRN. I don't know if I think they call them CNA, and there are some that they call SRN. But when they say CNA, sutura, sutura means secret. Like, you shouldn't be talking about. Yes, exactly. Okay, you said I'm basically talking about everything, right? Yes, I am talking about everything. Let's talk about it. That's the government sutura that we're talking about, the government sutura. But what I meant to sutura also is that I think this happens in a lot of African countries, whereby when women are abused, especially like sexual abuse, they can't come out and talk about it. They don't have the courage to talk about it because of the aftermath of saying it. So that is what sutura is. Your family members will even beg you to shut up, because when you talk, they're like, you're gonna spoil your future. And women don't deserve that. We don't deserve that. We have to talk. How can we? This is why men think that they can abuse women in as much as possible, as much as they can, because the thing is that at the end of the day, it's going to be swept under the rug. Yes. It's going to be swept under the rug, and they are going to be saved. Nobody is held accountable for their actions. Like I was saying, they have the CNAs, SRNs, just like they have CNAs in the US. But CNAs in the US, you can't even do a lot. You don't even have the right to pass meds. You can't pass meds if you're not trained to do so. But I was talking to my friend because she was working in the hospital for a while. So I had to call her and ask her, some of the things that were going on. But she was a registered nurse. And what she told me was like, it's unbelievable that people that are not registered nurses, people that are not midwives, they did not go to school to perform any type of delivery, are the ones that we have in the nurses there, but maybe you might have one registered nurse and the rest of them will be CNAs and SRNs and people that have been brought into work in the hospital by family and friends, like how they do who you know. It's all about who you know in Gambia, in Africa, in Gambia. It's all about who you know. Oh, this is my auntie's sister. This is my cousin. Boom, you got the job. But I think the corruption, even if they're going to do corruption, don't bring that corruption into our healthcare system because you have the life of people in your hands. Life like that. Do you have dental hygienists there? The dental hygienist I heard about, I think one or two when I was there. They used to have it, but the ones I know used to be in the public hospital. It's not like a private dental. But recently I heard about dental clinics like 20 years drop them need a lot of reformation, honestly. And we thought that with the new government, that's what's going to happen. Their main focus, number one focus, should have been the healthcare system because a good healthcare is just a basic need for the entire nation. Yes, there are a few hygienists in the Gambia and they charge an arm. Well, the best ones, I guess. I don't even know. I don't even know about them when I was there. Obviously, look at the private clinics. Like private clinics also charge an arm and a leg. But pregnant women will go to a private clinic because they're scared to go to a public one because the public one, of course, all they know is how to kill people by neglecting our patients, their patients. But at some point, when things get worse, the condition of the person gets worse, what they do is refer them to the public hospital. And after referring that person to a public hospital, guess what? We have these wicked nurses who would look at that person and judge them because they went to a private one first. So they don't want to even touch you because they're angry that you went to a private clinic instead of the public clinic, the public hospital. I don't even understand. What's your business? They are very strict with the CNAs. Yeah, here they are very strict. CNAs can do a lot. Like, you need to know your scope of practice, and these people need to be taught. They have limitations. Like, whoever you say this to, people will not believe you if you say that CNAs do perform delivery on pregnant women. People will not believe you because it doesn't make sense. And the thing is that I also heard that they don't even wear their uniforms. So basically, in Gambia, everybody wears white. Like the nurses are supposed to wear white, and if you are an RN, you should wear white. And I think they have a red belt. But all these nurses, the CNAs and SRNs, they all wear white. Nobody wants to wear the browns or the other kind of colors because they want to be seen as the real nurse when they're not. And my problem with that is that where are like the DONs, the director of nursing, the directors in the hospital? What are they doing? What is their job? Who is policing these people? Unbelievable. Yes, scope of practice. I can clean teeth, but I can't remove teeth or do basic surgery. Exactly. Exactly. That's the problem. people, they don't know their scope of practice, and these people don't even get trained. They are not training these people as to what to do. Let's even talk of patients' rights. My goodness, who is talking about that? We only do that in the Western countries. Anybody know what patients' rights is in the Gambia? Come on now. It all boils down to lack of accountability. There are no checks and balances. Everyone is trying to enrich themselves. So sad. Period. Yes. Everyone is trying to enrich themselves. Like I said, anybody that is in the office, they just want to get rich before their time is up and they can get out. Gather all the money that you can. I had my baby in private hospital and it was just as bad as I'm telling you. Maybe it's better now. No, it's not better. It's not better. The private hospitals, they need to go because there's a lot of private hospital that needs to go. It's not that anybody can just come and say, oh, I have this license, so I'm supposed to open a hospital, and you give them the right to open it. And they don't even, I don't know how to say, how like if you walk in a facility in America, like state comes and do like checks and see how people are walking in these facilities. We don't have that in Gambia. Like I remember when I was in the hospital, oh my God, there was this orthopedic unit. Shit, it stinks like crazy. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. That's sad though, because now that's the consequence of what we're seeing when we have incompetent people in, such departments whereby the life of a human being is put in their hands. The consequence we're seeing right now is what happens: death. People die left, right, and center. Yes. I need a job, so I was also killing people here in the States. That's true though. Like in the States, I think Europe is better because when you go to Europe, like the healthcare there is amazing. I went there and within a few days, I wasn't feeling well and I had to go see my family's doctor. And that is just within a few days that I got there and I did not pay a cent. So America also is different. Like we have like, it's all about money here. Insurance, if you don't have an insurance, you're dead. But at least we have a very good, bad, but treatment wise, it's great. You can't even compare it to Africa. Yeah, it's sad. And I heard that the women are marching on the 23rd. Both women and men should be part of that march because I don't know, we have a problem of having our men come out and speak. It's always women speaking. We have a couple of men, Gambian men, that do come out and speak on certain issues, issues that concern our women and the Gambia, but it is majority men. It's majority women that do all these things. It's about time our men come out and show their support to women, because it is your wives that are dying. It is your sisters, your mothers. Why would you sit and look at all this happening? It's unfair. The women need your protection, man. Please. March all the way to the State House. I don't care. They need to see how angry we are. They need to say it. We are angry. Gambian women are angry. I mean, if I was in Gambia, I would be scared to be pregnant. I will be scared because I don't know what's going to happen to me. It's like I'm signing a death warrant. You never know what's going to happen. And this has been going on for a long time, though. It's not like this is the first time, because I've been hearing this. It's like every year. This goes on like every year. Women are dying like crazy. Even if a woman is supposed to give birth during what is it called, C-section? Oh my God, it's better for us. It's in America that people choose to do C-section. In Gambia, nobody dares choose a C-section delivery. You dare not. Because you don't even know. You might die. You dare not choose a C-section delivery in Gambia. You just have to deliver, whether you like it or not, whether you're going to feel pain or not. You can't run away from the regular delivery unless you have a lot of complications and they think you have to do the C-section. But if not, we don't do C-section deliveries like America, how people decide to, oh, I want to do C-section and you want to go ahead with it. No. They love C-section here. It pays more for the doctors. It does. It does. Yeah, that's true. They like it because they can make more money. But some people are also scared of normal delivery. That's why. I don't know. I have never of normal delivery. Never. Because I just look at it as if other people can do it, I can do it. I'll try. And also C-section takes a while. You need to be very careful with your body. Love your effort. TJ and Jai. Hey sis, love your effort. Thank you, TJ and Jai. Thank you. What do you think about the our crazy healthcare system in Gambia? Our women are dying. Our women are crying. Our children are being left as orphans or half orphans. C-section recovery is painful and takes years to gain strength. Exactly, and that's why I don't understand why people prefer it. Some people just prefer to do it. They just prefer C-section. And whenever I see someone like that, I'm like, why? That's a lot. I want to have my baby and go out, do my thing. I don't want to be watchful with my body the whole time. And some people never even like go back to their normal self sometimes. Doctor pushed me to do it, and after my first one, I had no choice. That's a good thing, though. It's good that the doctor pushed you to do it. It's better to push it out than go through the C-section. I don't like it. Yeah, so like I said, these people in our healthcare system, I think we need a system like an ombudsman. We need that and we need like serious one. I'm not talking about the corrupt ones because it's all about corruption. Gambian overseas gotta return and help more. Sure, that's true. We need to sacrifice. It's only sacrifice that's gonna help us. Yes, I know that sometimes the money wise, what people makes them like be like, oh my God, going back to Gambia and working as a nurse. And this is why the government also needs to pay healthcare workers, because our healthcare workers don't get paid a lot at all. And when you look at it, what will three, four, $5,000 dollars is do for someone that is less than $100? What will it do for a family? Somebody who has a family to feed, and your everyday fares is gonna come out of that money. You buy a bag of rice for 1,500, and the money is gone. After all the years that they spent in school, that our government don't want to spend money on these important departments, and that is ridiculous. Gambians overseas need to return. Yes, it's going to be difficult. It's going to be a sacrifice, and it's going to be worthwhile. Return and help build Gambia. And it's funny because during the coronavirus, people were saying the healthcare workers abroad need to return. But the problem is that I see a lot of healthcare workers asking, like, what has been put in place for them for protection? And that also is very important because they're not going to come back home with bare hands, The government needs to step in. If they step in, people will come back home. People, even if it's volunteering, different groups volunteering every time, it's going to help. You don't even necessarily have to stay there forever if you're not ready. But being able to volunteer to go help, because it's your country, you have to do it. You got to do what you got to do. Yeah, we have a long way to go in Gambia. Everything is on the left side, and we need to trace it back to the right. But it's hard. And then it's been almost 5 years now that we did not even see our president visit a hospital. And like I said, the hospitals, the healthcare system was one of the most important places that needs reformation, honestly. We needed everything brand new. It's a mess. But we don't even have a leader who wants to visit the hospital. It's let the men join us and fight, Come next election, 2021. So many people need to get out of those positions that we place them in. They need to be out because they're useless. Very in. What are you even doing as a minister of health if you're going to sit and watch your women die like that? If women are not supposed to die of childbirth. I'm not saying it doesn't happen. It does happen, but that is due to complications and not negligence. And you know how the government will try to cover up everything? It has nothing to do with politics of your future generation. You can't associate it with politics. That's not right. That's why we're just going behind. When people are going to the front, people are going front, we're going behind. We're not going anywhere. I always say Gambia is very small. It is very easy to put in place so many things. How many Gambia is in Senegal? We are only 2 million people. Senegal is 16 million. How many Gambia is in Senegal? But now Gambians even prefer to go to Senegal to get good healthcare. And at the end of the day, most of them even end up dying there. But I think we think it's better. But I remember there's people saying that Senegalese used to come to Gambia for a better healthcare. What happened? What happened to those times? Hello from Grand Rapids, Michigan, USA. You are so right, sister. Yes, there should be a connection with Gambians abroad, a political party or humanitarian effort, because we have the money and opportunities that most enjoy. You're very right. Politics, I don't know. Those ones, they don't care. As long as they're in the position, that's what matters to them. But I think it's about time diasporans make effort because there's a lot of nurses in the diaspora. Like Africans, when they come to the diaspora, all we think about is how to get in the healthcare system because that's how we can quickly make money. So a lot of Gambian nurses are in America and other parts of Europe. So it has to be, yeah, humanitarian effort. Exactly. To come together, that's the only way forward. Even if we have like a different government next year, you know, I don't think it'll make a difference. I'm gonna be surprised. I'm not gonna expect it. If it happens, it happens, but I'm not gonna be surprised if it gets worse than what we have, you know. I mean, we were so in a hurry to get rid of Jame because of all the things that were going on. We got ourselves in a deeper well with a president who can't even come out and address the nation. Coronavirus, he can't address the nation during coronavirus. It took how many months for him to come out and say something? And yesterday I watched him, but it's like he don't know even what is going on, or he just wants to sugarcoat things. They wanna sugarcoat things when that is not what is happening. Gambia don't have a good healthcare system. Come on, let's stop lying to each other. Let's not do. But what do I expect from people like that? They have the money to fly themselves out, fly their family members out. Hello, Ben Kifol. That's the right way to pronounce it. They have the money to fly themselves out and their family members. So to them, it's about leaving the poor to their fate. To want to run to another country for a better healthcare when I have my own country, it means you're not doing a good job, and clearly that's what happens. They're not doing a good job at all. Just to get strength back. Yep. It's so sad. I don't know what we're going to do to get better leaders, because every time you think of a better leader, or we talk about, because Africans, we keep talking about good leaders. Good leaders are our problem. We don't have good leaders. We don't have good leaders. But the problem is that when we manage to take out a bad leader and replace it with someone that we think is the good leader, we go through the same thing again. It's like repetitive. The Gambian government didn't have money to run the country the proper way of doing the rules of legislation. What do you mean they don't have the money? But they always ask money outside for what is it called, in the name of Gambia. But Gambians don't see that. Gambians don't even have good ambulance to pick up patients, in emergencies. That is not supposed to happen. There's a lot of money that these people have, but Gambians don't say it. With all the money that our government got during the coronavirus thing, what happened to it? What happened to it when our nurses don't even have enough equipment to protect themselves from the virus? It's greed, period. It is greed. It is greed. When they come in power and test that money, that's it. And some of them will say, will do their campaign and promise people Hell, they will promise us heaven and earth just to get that seat. And when they get it, that's it. They think about themselves. Gambia, when I see you, I see a future leader in the Gambia. Oh my God. Thank you. I attended an HBCU, and the goal is for students to join organizations and put money first. The so-called educated Black population has given up on themselves. That's very true. Drea Travel, I don't know. I'm sorry if I pronounced it wrong. Drea Travel, but that's very true. The IMF decided not to allocate money to the Gambian government because of corporations. Really? All I know is that even if they allocate money to these people, yeah, I don't know, but it's not even only in Gambia. African leaders are just known for their bellies first before the people, you know. The presidents will make it clear to people that what matters is the seat, because when they come, that is what they show us. This is what matters to me. They don't even care. But the Gambian government, the present government that we have right now, like, I think that's the worst of all the African presidents right now. That's the worst. Because they're not even going to tell me that they don't know about what's going on, because every gossip that happens about them, they know that, and they want to talk about it. They know when people gossip them, but they don't know when Gambians are suffering and when Gambians are dying. That's ridiculous. A lot of women came out talking about like what they went through on during childbirth, and most of their stories are all the same. Abuse, abuse, abuse by healthcare workers, abuse. Preach, my sister, preach. We need more people like you. Thank you. Thank you, Start Tech. Yes, we do have elections. We have election, I think next year, 2021. 2021, and right now that is their focus. They don't care about the number of people that died. Like I said, if you're just joining in, just the amount of people that we seen in the media is 16 people that died within 1 month. And there is a lot more people. So these 16 are just the ones that came out on media, the ones that we know about. So, and I'm telling you, if we know about 16, we have 100 more that we don't know about. We don't know the cause of their death, but pretty much it is negligence. Healthcare workers will abandon their patients because the patient is coming from another private hospital. How can there's a lady that died that they were transferring from one place to another, going back and forth after the lady already had a C-section and gave birth to twins. Transfer, and when they go to one place, those are like, no, you got to go back over there, and then they keep going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth with no fuel for their ambulance until the lady breathed her last breath, leaving twins behind. Why are governments still paying for public education? Less qualifications, less profession. We don't even have like professionals. Like, you can count the professionals in the healthcare system, honestly. I don't know if you were here when I was saying this, but we have CNAs and SRNs calling themselves midwives in the labor unit, helping with the delivery of women. thereby causing their deaths. To let you know, you're beautiful and very smart. I agree with you 100%. Ben Kiffle, thank you. Thank you. Thereby causing their deaths. Because I don't understand. Like I was saying, there's a thing called scope of practice. And every profession, if you are a nurse, you have your limitations. You can't go do a job of a doctor. And if you are a CNA or a SRN, you have your job. You can't go past your limits and do a job of a nurse. So there is no reason for us to have CNAs in the labor department performing delivery on people. Or sometimes people that didn't even go to school. It's all about, I know this person, I know this person. There's a lot of people that help women deliver that did not go to school. This is in the hospital. I know things like this do happen during those old days, because my grandma used to help women, and that only happens when, because some women, it's like an emergency delivery. Before they know what is happening, their water has broken, the baby is coming out. So when that happens, like the woman needs help, before reaching the hospital. So my grandma used to help people, and then as soon as that baby comes out, they're rushing that person to the hospital. And these are like those old great grandmas and grandmas doing that. And people are not dying in the hands of these old people. Why should we die in the hands of people that have gone to school for 3 years? To let you know, I visit Gambia. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful country. It's a beautiful country, and it's a peaceful country as well. We are very peaceful. It's very beautiful. I love Gambia, and I know a lot of people love Gambia because of our peaceful nature. I'm here. Oh, that's food crave kitchen. You didn't go to bed? You didn't go to bed? Ain't you sleepy? Yeah. I love Gambia too. I miss Gambia. But right now, what is going on there, they just make you give up. But I refuse to give up on my country. We refuse to give up on the failed government. They have failed us, and I don't expect us to fail ourselves as well. That is why these healthcare workers that are treating our women in these kind of horrible ways needs to stop. The government cannot fail us, and you also join them in failing your people. Smiling coast of West Africa. That is it. That is Gambia, smiling coast of West Africa. But they're about to turn it into the frowning face of West Africa, and we don't want that. It's very beautiful, like you. Oh my God, TJ, TJ, thank you. That is food crave. You're laughing. Don't laugh. This is serious. It is about to turn to the frowning face of Africa, because our people are angry. Our women are angry. At some point, we're not going to have, I think we're just cutting short the future generation, because if women get scared to get pregnant because they feel they could die during childbirth, then what happens to the future generation? That's the problem. And if I was there, I would be scared to get pregnant. I will. I remember when I was in School of Nursing, we used to have practicals at the RVTH. I think they changed the name to Francis something. St. Francis, is it? Let me know, guys. What, I forgot the new name. Because I'm so used to RVTH, which was the Royal Victoria Teaching Hospital, the biggest hospital, and it's in Banjul in the city. because I was used to that name. I can't remember the new name that we have for it. Edward Francis Small Teaching Hospital. That's it. That's the new name. Yes. When I was there was a time that, remember when we used to have those Cubans? We used to have all those Cuban doctors that will come from Cuba. Some of them are not even, they're students. They're not even real doctors. They're students, and Gambia is the country for them to practice and get their skills up. I remember when I was there was a time that we had, is it, I think 14 deaths by one doctor that does operation. By one doctor. Isn't that ridiculous? How can one doctor have 14 deaths in 1 month? And that was in 1 month as well. It was also in 1 month. 1, 2, 3 deaths. You didn't see nothing wrong with it. 4 deaths. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Hey! Africa. One person, one man is performing operation and everybody is dying. And you don't see anything wrong with that. The moment you do it 1, 2, the third time, you will be investigated. Are you a real doctor? Excuse me? This is very sad. Yes, I don't blame you. I had horrible experiences. Dada, let's gather for social studies class with the host. Lol, Master Queen, social study. Oh my God. If it was America, he will be 15. Thank you. He would have been the, not the 15th, he would have been the third. He would have been the third, because the moment 2 people died on him, he would be investigated right there. But it's so sad. Like, I still try to, whenever I think about it, I just can't believe it. How can somebody kill 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12? Hey! Africans, Gambians, we have heart. And we don't see anything wrong with that. And mind you, all those people that died, what is it going to be? Ndeysaan, waxtu bee jot, ala waatu wala siita. And if you don't know what I just said, we say, oh, it's God's time. There's nothing we can do about it. No accountability. Wow, Africa. It's unbelievable. Cuban doctors are not allowed to practice medicine here in the USA because they will send you students in the name of doctors. You see, when the students finish their school, or even before they finish, it is in Gambia, they will come and do their, what is it called? Practicals. And their practicals is not as student practicals, but as doctors performing surgeries on people left, right, and center. And this is how they will kill somebody. Obviously, that person that killed all 14 people is not a doctor. Come on now. They can't practice in the US because the US, not even just Cuban doctors, it's not anybody that just comes and practice in the US, no matter where you're coming from, or go practice in Europe. They don't care. Dada's learning source. This is not a Mandinka lesson, you, Dada. This is not a Mandinka lesson. I know what you said. You remember you had a Mandinka class? Oh my God. Yes, I know you remember. But this is not a Mandinka lesson. Yeah, and that was when I was like a student in School of Nursing, and I could not believe it. When I heard about it, I was like, what? And when I was living in Gambia, we still had Cuban doctors there because my husband's sister died in the hands of those Cuban doctors. I think, and it was during childbirth, C-section. She died. She died. So my husband's family, when you talk about operation, oh my God, they're scared. And it's not just them, like it's everyone in Africa. We are scared of operations. We're scared of C-sections. We're scared of the very minor surgeries. When we say surgery, everybody just opens their, huh? Operation. Hmm? Everybody's scared. Oh, so sorry to hear that. Yes. You mean your lucky husband? Oh my God, TJ, you are something else. You mean your lucky husband? Yes, my lucky husband. But there's a lot of people that had gone through that. There's a lot of people that lost their lives during very minor C-sections, like very minor operations. I mean, operations that are supposed to be outpatient. You just do it and get out of there. People are losing their lives on it. Why? Incompetence. This is what we go through. Too bad. I think it's about time our Gambian healthcare professionals that are in the diaspora come together. Like someone said that in the chat, come together and just do some humanitarian works for our country. Don't even look at the money. Don't look at the money, because if you look at the money, you're not going to go back. Don't look at the money. We're just going to volunteer, help the country, volunteer and help the country. You're not doing it for the government. You're not doing it for the money. You're doing it. It's a humanitarian work, because there is no way we can compare the pay in Africa and the pay in the diaspora. No way. But at some point, we gotta go back and give back to where we come from. And it's not even only the healthcare workers. A lot of Gambians. At some point, we're all gonna have to go back and try to develop the country. We can't stay here. We can't stay here. Like even people that are not Gambians are running back to Africa. So how much more? How much more us? We have to go back at some point. I know it's not easy going back, but you're gonna plan it. You can't stay here forever. Diasporans can help build Africa, can help build Gambia little by little. If we're ready and determined, we can help build that country. Because it's obvious that depending on the government is not going to change anything. So we got to do what we got to do until we are blessed. God pity us and then give us the right leader. Google might tell him that a kidney means lungs, and there you go. Oh my God. Oh boy. Tell me about it. Tell me about it. No, but are those Cuban doctors? Who is there? Anyone in the Gambia who's in this chart? Are there Cuban doctors still in the Gambia? Because if that's a yes, then we're doomed. We're doomed. We've been doomed for a long time. So if we still have Cuban doctors, that means we'll be doomed for a very long time again. Those people need to go. Yep, that's why I ran for my life. Really? They're still there. Wow. Wow. Why are our people even leaving, giving their lives to Cuban doctors? Me, if you say I'm going through operation, first of all, I'll ask you who my doctor is. And if I see a white face, I'm running. Anti-education and anti-development. That's how I see it too. Anything that has to do with development and education, they don't care. They don't care. That's because they think they don't need it because they can easily travel, you know? What about the poor, the people who can't travel? If you go to the Gambian hospital, that was way when I was in school of nursing. If you go to the Gambian hospital, you cannot get medication. If you have like a little sickness, a fever, you can't have medication. You have to go and buy that medication in the pharmacy. It doesn't matter. And mind you, all these doctors that work in the public hospital, they all open their own pharmacies, stealing medicines, stealing the drugs of the public to their pharmacies, and they sell it. And these are the drugs that we're going back to the pharmacy to buy when we are prescribed medications. These are the same drugs we're buying. But how many people can buy it? It's not a lot of people that can buy it, you know? There's a lot of people that, how many people can afford $300 or $400 of GAP? No wonder why some people, when they get sick, they just stay at home, you know, doing the local way of medications. They take the local medicines because they feel it's useless to go to the hospital if you can't even afford to buy the drugs. And not just you can't afford to buy the drugs, but you're probably going to get neglected. Sometimes you go to the hospital, like you can go from 12 o'clock and you can sit there till 4 o'clock waiting for somebody to attend to you. Cubans are low-key racist. Tell me about it. Let me start picking out my choice of nursing home. Here, sir. I'm big. Mansa Queen. Let's not talk about that. Nursing home here. No. And none of us is going to sit in a nursing home here. We're going back. And we're not going back when we're getting old. We're going back when we're young and fit. Okay? We are going back when we are young and fit and we can give back to the country. That's when we're going to go back. Duñ xaar sax bañ màgget. No. Gambia is calling us back. TJ Njai, tell her Gambia is calling us back. We're gonna go back when we're young. We're not gonna go back to màgget xoolal màgget ba ngay téye sa lifi nii ba pare nga bëgg a dellu du fi am. I didn't get the call. The wrong number. Wrong number. Wrong number. No, it's not wrong number. It's the right number. It's the right number, man. So we have to go. Gambians have to go back at some point. It's a good idea to have like Gambian healthcare work diaspora, you know, a humanitarian group that can volunteer to go help every now and then, you know. So group B them when this other group goes, another group comes back. If because I know a lot of people cannot just go and stay, you know, because going back to stay also requires a lot of planning to do, and you have to plan it. You can't just get up and go. But if you put your mind onto I want to go at some point, I want to go, you will go. But sometimes, you know, some of us also, we forgot about, some of us when we come to the diaspora, we do forget about going back home, where we think about the enjoyment, like the good life, look at the roads, the everyday light, you know, waking up, opening your fridge, getting food. We just think about all the good life that we have here. And the problem is that Africa even have better life. You can have a better life in Africa than here. Listen, when I think about all my bills here, I'm like, no, I can't make it here. It is not, the system is not made for you to make it. For you to make it, you're going to struggle, get 3-4 jobs, hopping from one job to another. The system is not made for you to make it. But Gambia, if you try high, Yela Fenko. Man mo damay jaxase sauce Olof ak lifin. You have your one cute house, just a medium one. You have your little car. That's it. You get a business and walk. That's it. That's all you need. Everyday food. And you have the best life. Africa is good though. I miss it. Binta o demuma. Mansa, you gonna go. You gonna go whether you like it or not. You are going to go. I am carrying you along in my suitcase or in my bag. The Gambia is calling me big time. I can hear the ancestors loud and clear. I will be visiting as soon as the colonial virus thing died down. Yes, Gambia is calling you and it's calling every Gambian in the diaspora. I'm not saying that like people should just get up and go, but have the mindset of you don't want to stay here because staying here is never going to make you rich. You're just going to, most of us, like we just live from paycheck to paycheck. How many people are able to save $300-400 a paycheck, every paycheck? How many people? It's not a lot. It's not a lot of people. Some people, when you work, you pay your bills, you wait for the next paycheck. And that's not life. I refuse to live that life. No, no, no. It doesn't prevent me from living a good life here too, because that's all about life, You don't want to put all your eggs in one basket. I don't want to be thinking, oh, I'm going to be sending all my money to Gambia to build my house because I don't know what tomorrow holds for me. But just in case tomorrow holds something better for me, I want to enjoy those better things in my country. Give me into ring something like an air. Yes, like an Airbnb for rental property. Yes, Mansa, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. And while you're at it, be planning to go back and help our healthcare system. Okay? Because as of now, we need the diasporans now. I don't know if they're going to be volunteering every few months, different groups, but it's like Gambia needs them because how we are, like how the diaspora and healthcare workers are trained, you can be an RN, but you will have like you'll be trained every few years, and all these in services that goes on every year or every few months. Even if you are a CNA, those in services that CNA takes at work, you can be working, but you're gonna take those in services every time. If you don't take it while people are taking it, you have to make it up. You're going to have to make it up to keep your job. So we have a lot of training here. Just imagine going back if healthcare workers in the diaspora can go back to Gambia to volunteer. There is going to be a big difference. You know how Gambians are; they are going to see a big difference because the way our people are getting treated like now, they can't treat them like that because you are already used to a system that respects the human being, a system that respects the patient, the system that respects the right of a patient. So you're not going to treat them like that. Gambia love African American and we love the Gambia minus Akati. That one, I don't even want to talk about her. Minus her. Yes, like we want our African brothers and sisters, but we don't want people like her. No, definitely no, no. That's my plan so that it can generate income for me and a vacation spot when I visit. Yes, but GDHI is doing a good job, Nak. That is true. Gambia Diaspora Health Initiative, they collect supplies and equipment and send it over. Yeah, registered nonprofit. That's good. That's good because our healthcare system equipments. If people can run away from patients because of coronavirus, oh my God, what do you expect? Why would you even choose a profession? And when you're faced with situations, you say you can't do it or you try to run away. Like, who does that? What was your reason for choosing that profession in the first place? What is your reason for choosing to be a nurse or a doctor if you don't want to touch your patients with critical conditions that are in critical conditions? Like, why? I volunteer with similar nonprofit in my city and they send stuff to Ghana. That's great. I'm moving to the Gambia in case T. Trump get reelected. African Americans are not safe in America. I personally don't feel safe. None of us feel safe. I'm telling you, and I don't see any way that he might not get reelected. I think he will. It's different ways we can help. We all cannot be there physically. Yes, that's true. That's true. But if we have a lot of people that can volunteer, that will also make a difference. Obviously, everybody cannot go. Everybody cannot go. And like I said, going to Gambia requires a lot, sacrifice and planning. So, but if we have a couple that can volunteer time to time, or maybe once a year during your vacation, and it'll be like group after group, group after group. It's not like you one group that is going to be the only group going once a year. No, you know, it'll make a big difference. At SAT, you're right. It's coronavirus. Get it straight. Me, you, and Mansa are going. Mansa, we're gonna drag her. We're gonna drag her because Mansa don't wanna come. Oh my God. But yeah. And the funny thing, the sad thing also is that Gambia have only one school of nursing. One school of nursing. And that school of nursing, when the students graduate, let's say a class have 50 or 60 students, or the people that are maybe 50 or 60 people are graduating that year. Those 50 or 60 people are going to be the ones that are going to be distributed all over Gambia, from Banjul to Katong. And what will 50 or 60 nursing students do for the entire Gambia? 2 million people, what will that do for the entire Gambia? So it's about time for this government to get up and invest in education, because we need more school of nursing. That one that we have is not even enough. And this is the reason why our hospitals don't even have a lot of nurses or good nurses. Instead, they have other people who are not qualified, be in these very important positions where they're not supposed to be. So they need to open other school of nursing. One school of nursing is not enough. Healthcare, good healthcare is a basic need for the entire Gambia. We can't be begging for that. It's common sense. Gambians can't be begging for a good healthcare system. I hope so, Sat Tech. I hope so. He's crazy. That are you and who? You, me, and her. Us. Yeah, like I was saying, we need more healthcare, more nursing schools in Gambia, at least to help boost up the amount of nurses that graduate every year because it's not enough. And this is why anybody can just walk in a healthcare department. Sometimes some of these people that are doing delivery that are not even registered nurses or real midwives, it's like they've been there for a while, so they know quite a lot, so they experience a lot, being there. So because of that, they just keep giving them the position of a midwife or the position of an RN, promoting somebody that don't have any qualification. How dare you? Michael Moore, Grumpy Demonic, you are looking lovely tonight. Thank you. I will vote for you. Yeah. Gambia need a robust investment in the youth and agriculture. Definitely. Definitely. This, everybody keeps saying that the youths don't want to work, and that is true though. I'm not gonna lie. Most of our youths, some of them don't want to work, but there are people that want to work. Why isn't the government helping those people? Why aren't they helping those people? There are people that want to do other kind of jobs. There are Gambian youths that are ready to work hard, but they're not even helping those few people. Help the few and see how it goes first instead of blaming them, saying Gambians don't want to work, Gambians don't want to work. We already know that. We already know that most of our youths don't want to work. They just want to leave the country. But mind you, the government also contributed to that. They contribute to youths wanting to leave. Everybody wants to leave the country because you think that's the best way. What if they need to do is to better equip the school of nursing that they already have, equip them adequately to be able to proper training, get them real physician professors to train. Mansa, it's not even as if the school of nursing don't have the students are not trained the right way. Because I was there and like these people, they have the standard of they have the American standard. Because that is the reason why when most Gambian nurses come to the US, they can do their NCLEX quickly and just go and practice their nursing career. So we have good nurses. Not to say that we don't have bad ones that don't want to do the job, but we have nurses who knows what they're supposed to do, who are really well trained. We do have that, yeah. I see a lot of Gambian nurses who just come back from Gambia. They come to America, study, do the NCLEX exam, because that's all you gotta do. Do the NCLEX exam, and boom, you get hired at any hospital in America. So that means these people know what they're doing. They've been taught well. Look at it. In America, people go to nursing school for 2 years. In Gambia, it's 3 years. It's 3 good years. But what is training without equipment to execute those skills they learn? That's true, though. You're right. What is training without equipment to execute those skills? That's why our government need to invest in them, but they will not do that. That's not important to them. That's not important to them. I guess the only way they can be better equipped is if people outside of Gambia can help. That's the only way. They do have a call center industry in Gambia. I think that would be a driving article there. A call center industry in Gambia. Even the what is it called? Even the COVID-19 emergency calls, people couldn't get through the number. That's funny though. Oh my God. And this is sad because I always say, I don't know, Gambia, we shouldn't be poor. The country is very small for that. You know, Gambia can be easily developed with the right people. With the right people. Mansa said, we focus on the theory, but practical is what is lacking. It's the same with the science students. They know the theories, but no labs. That's very true. Like, theory wise, oh, they will teach us Africans to until we bust our brains. Like, they will teach you and teach you what they're not supposed to teach you, they will teach you. But when it comes to practicing, it's a problem. Yeah, you're right, Mansa. Never mind. That's right. What did Michael say? I'm telling you, like that call center thing right now, like we have a we, we have a lot like to tackle. Do you guys see the coronavirus number that people were calling and it was saying the phone was off? Excuse me? The phone was off. What phone? The phone was off. Can you imagine calling a call center and they're telling you that, oh, the number you call, you can't reach it right now? Because like that's how they say it when a mobile number is off. That's how they say it. Because the phone was off. But I believe it because then I saw an advert where they were looking for people even in the diaspora, to use their phones for people to call on. So it's like a job, but you're going to use your phone to do the job. Mansa is so funny. I used to carry my big biology book up and down, but never touched a microscope. Haha, boy. Oh my God. Ah, it's sad. It's sad because the thing is that there is nobody policing these things also, Nobody is being policed on what to do and how they're doing it. That's why. Even our healthcare workers, they are not being policed. That's why they can all wear white uniform claiming to be nurses when they are not nurses. Because there's nobody who is watching after them. It's like, do what you like, wear what you want. I think it is time for Gambian people to focus, and when you go to the hospital, know who is touching you. Ask for their IDs. If they don't have IDs, be sure that these are the people that you want to touch you. I don't want to be, listen, I don't want a CNA to come and start helping me to give birth. What do you know? I want a trained professional to touch me. And it's because Gambian people don't even know. They don't differentiate who's a nurse and who's not a nurse. We think everybody is a nurse as long as they're wearing that uniform. And we have more SRNs and CNAs in these departments that register nurses. To be honest, that's the truth. That's just the fact. Even oddly, I think they have nursing bragging rights. God, I'm telling you, like my friend was telling me that she stood and heard an oddly telling a patient to go get. She named the kind of medication that the oddly told the patient to go get. I forgot, and it's unbelievable. She said this person is an oddly. And oddly telling people to go get a certain medication, and people will go get it. Why are they not doing more schooling virtually for nurses? What do you mean by more schooling? You mean like longer years? Because Gambia, the school of nursing is like 3 years. It's like 3 years, and it's very hectic though. It's not easy. It's just like here. It's very hectic. At Michael, that needs reliable internet service, which is another struggle. Data expensive. Exactly. That is why they were wanting people to use their phones as a call center, because that's what I'm gonna call it. And when people call the number, it's the mobile number you call is either switch off or out of coverage. When people are in emergencies, when Gambians are dying, your call center is telling them that the phone is switched off. Really? This is major issue, and I get it. It is. It is a major issue. I'm telling you, like the amount of Gambian women that died in 1 month, just this past month, is crazy. Very, and it's very like young women leaving little babies behind. Okay, so it's too bad I gotta work in the morning. I'll be looking forward to your next live stream. Okay, TJ and Jai, thank you. Thank you for coming. Appreciate it. Thank you. And have a good day at work. I'm here. Oh, Dada, I thought you were going to bed. What time is it where you are? I thought you're going to work tomorrow. Okay, sis. Okay, that's TJ and Jai. Yeah, 1 in the morning. Oh, okay. We have the same time. Ain't you walking? Every day you log into Facebook, it's Gambian women. Every day you log into Facebook, it's Gambian women. People are dying left, right, and center. Are we chickens? We are not chickens, man. Elijah, are you live? Yes, I'm live. You're late. I've been here for almost 2 hours. I've been here for almost 2 hours, Elijah. You said I wasn't talking the other day, so I was like, okay, I need to talk because I did a silent live stream. So I took this opportunity because I wanted to. I did a video about Gambian women and the healthcare system, and I was like, you know what? Let me just come on live also and do a quick live and do a little chit chat with some people. Thank you, TJ and Jai. Thank you. Oh my God, Dada, you have to get up by 7. I forgive you. You can go. Gambia, Gambia, Gambia. What are we supposed to do now? And ever since I was young, I used to hear these stories of women being abused at the hospital when they're giving birth. And I don't know, is it like um the Minister of Health, don't they know about all these things, or the directors in the hospital? Do we even have the DONs? Do they know all these things and just keep quiet? Because a system has to be in place whereby if you abuse someone, you face the consequence. I don't care who you are. And anybody should be able to report abuse. The entire Gambian population. You see abuse in the healthcare system, you have to report it. If I see you being abused, even if you don't want to report it, and if you keep quiet about it, if I'm not comfortable about it, I have to report it. That's the kind of system they need to put in place, and let the abusers face the consequence of their actions. Yeah, let them face the consequence of their actions. You can't just abuse someone like that. You don't have the right. So Gwen, let's stay connected. Maybe we can bring some light to the situation. Yes, Michael. Let's stay connected. Do you have are you on YouTube? Good night. Are you on YouTube? Elijah say Gambians love to have job, but they don't want to do what they've been paid for. Exactly. Thank you. We love the job, but we don't even want to do what we're being paid for. And some people don't even know the scope of practice. Some people don't know what they're supposed to do. You know that there are some ministers that don't even know what they're supposed to do as a minister. Because that leaves me thinking, does the Minister of Health not even know what his job is? Because it's so unacceptable for these kind of things to be happening. Okay, Michael, yes, I will connect with you as soon as I'm done. Let me write this down. Michael Moore. I will definitely connect with you. I will. Thank you for stopping by, Michael. As soon as I'm done with the live, I'll connect with you, okay? And we have like more YouTubers. Mansa is a YouTuber, and Dada's Food Crave also is a YouTuber. Gambian YouTubers. Thank you for stopping by. Elijah, you are so right. We are so right. We want to wear they want to wear the suit. They want to wear the suits and skirts, and look good in the morning, carry their big suitcase and go to work. Sit, drink coffee, chat, laugh. 4 o'clock, everybody disperse. Lack of professionalism. And it's in every department. Every department. It is Gambia that you can go to an office and the secretary will tell you to sit down, and they'll be talking on their phone, doing their shit. And there's nothing you can do about it. You will sit for 3 hours waiting for someone. You go to the hospital, you sit waiting for someone to attend to you for 4 or 5 hours. From morning till afternoon, somebody is waiting, somebody who is sick. Money ministry. don't know what they're doing. They don't do. Hey, they don't. I beg, Mansa, gay xamuñ dara. Ñi daal ñi si xam dara sa ñooñu ñu ngi xalaat lekka bi. Ñi xamut nag xam ñooñu, what do you expect? Come on now. Elijah. Imam Fenlong. Hani many ministers, many Fenlong. Wal kemira kodo ñinnela. Mini yalon ko nak Imam Fenlong. Wal katara sirin na dron ibe timin na ani dasia. Wala iba mol abuse la. Ni nyanta kela doko ke kela doko ke. It's terrible. Yeah, Muro Liba, warn you while clients are waiting. Yes. People will live. Listen, I remember when I was in school, when I was in JC5, there is this lady, Yande. We used to call him Yande. And he used to sell all these Muro Nyebe, Muro Liba, and all that. And Lance office, Lance office is like very close to JC5. Lance office. That Lance office, instead of doing their job, they come to Yande near the beach, eating and laughing and smiling. They'll be there for 2-3 hours. It's like they don't have a job. Now, when I think about that, I'm like, wow. It's nice to have a good job in Gambia. It's very nice. When you look at like Europe and here, even if you are the DON, you're going up and down, making sure everything is right. And if you work in a facility, the day that the state comes in to do a survey, you need to see people running up and down as if it's like something, it's like no tangling talent. No tangling desi. Yes. I'm with boss. There is nobody like nothing like this one is the boss. You can sit and do your thing. Everybody is going up and down. But not here, not Gambia. Mansa, what are you talking about, my Mburo Liba? That was Food Crave Kitchen. Sure. The happy companion. Hi. Hi, how are you? Welcome to the live. You're late because we're 2 hours in. Yeah, but we're talking about the Gambian healthcare system and our women dying every day during childbirth due to negligence. How are you, my sister? Adrienne Lee, I'm good. How are you? Girl, I worked in healthcare regulations with the state, and you can see the panic when our surveyors go into for a facility survey. I'm telling you, me too. Me too. And you can see the panic. Like, that's why now I'm happy that I work night shift because they barely come at night. But during the day, anytime I come and they told me that, hey, state was here, I'm like, ooh, have fun, guys. Have fun. And for the few days that the state is going to be there, like that place, no matter how perfect you are, you guys will be like 200% extra perfect. But we don't have such systems in Gambia. Have you ever gone to a Gambian hospital or clinic and they tell you that, hey, Minister of Health is sending people here today for a survey? Do they even do surveys? I don't think so. They don't do no surveys over there. A doctor can use the most rusty equipment on someone for surgery, and there's nothing that's going to be said about it because nobody even knows what the person is using. Nobody comes to see what kind of things they're using on people. And I think some of these people that even die during surgery could die of septic, all those things, infections from rustic things that they use on them. You see a scissor that is already rusty and you want to use that to cut somebody's belly? Oh, When state comes, everyone's running around like crazy. Even the big bosses will pretend to help on the floor. Dada's Food Crave Kitchen, you know what I'm talking about. Exactly. Everybody is sitting on a hot seat until they leave. Hello, happy companion. What's up? Everybody is sitting on a hot seat, but such things don't happen in Gambia. Who does a survey? If they can't even police our healthcare workers like nurses, RNs, RNs, CNAs, and SRNs, and doctors, they can police those people. You know, what do you expect? I'm with the state and loved seeing the chaos. Man say you're bad. You are bad. Gambians need a serious change of attitude. Yes, we do need a serious change of attitude, and that is why I say, if the government fails us, are we supposed to fail ourselves too? Because the fact that a Gambian can look at another Gambian who is in the state of life, who is between life and death, a woman giving birth, and you can look at them and abuse them, insult them in such a way. Sometimes it's even very young people saying nasty things to women who can be their mothers. Neglecting somebody who is giving birth is the most most insensitive thing that I've never ever seen in my entire life. How can you be so insensitive? Like, when I even see a pregnant woman walking too hard, I feel so bad for you. Even if you don't feel bad for yourself, even if it's okay, because there are some people that are just they're just strong. I see pregnant women that are very strong. Unlike me, I'm not strong. When I'm pregnant, I'm like half dead. I don't walk for 9 months. I get sick for 9 months. So when I see a pregnant woman, going through stuff, I just feel bad. I wish I could take away that burden off you. Talk less of me standing in front of you and telling you like very nasty things. I cannot do that. It's just being insensitive, and also wickedness. Hanga, Gambian, some of our people are very wicked because this is wickedness. You watch someone in pain bleed to death or cry themselves to death because of your own selfish reasons. Our education system and mindset are bad. Gambians are heartless if the person is not related to them. Yes, if the person is not related to them, they are very heartless. It's all about relations. If you're related to someone, you're good. Balafa, Yermande is only where relations are. And it's too bad because I know there is a lot of good healthcare professionals that we have, but they're all going to be, put in one basket with all these wicked people that we have, because everybody cannot just be bad. We have good people too. We have good people, and it's so unfortunate that they have to be judged based on another wicked person. But it is what it is. That's why they say one spoiled potato spoils the whole basket. And that's what is happening. We have good people in the healthcare industry, but right now we're not talking about that. We're talking about all the healthcare workers. But women treat women worse than hospital. Exactly. A woman is more wicked towards their fellow women than a man. You wonder why a lot of people want to be associated with men? This is why. Because women are evil. Dada's Food Crave say Satan is a woman. I said he is a devil. And that us put Christian Satan is a woman because women are wicked. And that's true. Women are so mean. And most of these nurses that treat their women like that, the pregnant women like that, are all ladies. You know, they're not men. Men do have sympathy, especially when it comes to like a pregnant women. Men do have sympathy for us. Witches, women, yes, big witches. They're witches. They're wicked. It's so sad for me to go on social media, and as soon as I log in, I just see these women that died. It's sad. The moment you log into social media, it's something about Gambia. It's something bad about Gambia. But this one here is unacceptable. It needs to stop. We can't go on like that. We can't. Oh yeah, that's how the women get down in Gambia. I wouldn't date one. Listen, oh yeah, that's how the women get down in Gambia. I wouldn't date one. See, that's what I'm talking about. Like the mean, wicked one, the insensitive ones, spoils it for the other people. And I don't blame you. They spoil it for everybody else, but it doesn't mean that we don't have good people. We have a lot of good people, and Gambia is a country that we're like a very peaceful country. We're one of the most peaceful countries in Africa, in the whole wide world. That's just our nature, and that's why some people keep saying that Gambians are slow or Gambians are we're too laid back because we don't take actions very quickly. By the time we want to take actions, it's too late. We are too nice. Yeah, too nice. Sometimes being too nice doesn't help you. And that being too nice is the reason why when people die in the hospital, unnecessary deaths, they will say, oh, it's because it's God's time. God's time is up. No, it's not God's time. The heck is not God's time. God never told anybody to abuse someone or neglect a dying person or neglect a patient or a bleeding pregnant woman. God never said that. It's not God's time. You contributed to their death. But that God's time, ala watu walisita. Watu bejot. Blay, ni watu sita wode mota kunology. That's a lie. A big lie. My sister, there is no good Gambian worker. Gambian will deny you of your basic right if you don't bribe them. You see? And you're right. Everywhere you go, you give something to get something. And it's sad, but even me today, if I go to Gambia and I want to get something very quickly, if I don't give that money, I'm not going to get it. We can talk about why don't we stop bribing them then? They're going to do it, but it's not going to work. You bribe, you go get a passport, you have to bribe somebody to get a passport. You go get a TIN number, you got to bribe somebody to get a TIN number. You go to the hospital, you give somebody quick money, they'll put you in the front row. You have a land, you want to lease it, they'll make you bribe the entire system so you can get your lease land quickly. Corruption, too much corruption. It's not going to take Gambia anywhere. That's why it's so small and we're so poor. But we don't need to be poor. We have a lot of resources, and Gambia should not be poor. But you see, all that corruption is what leads to the too much poverty. People are too corrupt. And this is not even just people that are in it's not even people that are in in the government department. It even has to do with like friends and family. It's too bad. Even the hospital, you can go to the hospital and stand in a row for a very long time, and you're gonna see people coming in front of you and standing in front of you just like that because they bribed someone to be in front of you. That is wrong. Yes, Pamodu. Pamodu don't care. And then the thing is that he is a journalist also, that he doesn't care who you are. If he wants to interview you, he will interview you. And he will ask questions that you may not like, but you will have to answer it. And I think that's good because our journalists, they need to interview our um, people in public offices and ask them strict questions that the public needs to ask. We need answers. The public needs answers, and it is the journalists that can do that job for us. Don't be scared. Don't be scared to do your job, or don't try to impress someone while doing your job. And I feel like that's what most of our journalists do. They try to impress others, especially when you have a name or you're in power. And all that is corruption as well, because you're part of the corruption if you're trying to impress the president, or you think today you're friends with the president, so you can't ask the president or interview him and ask certain questions that's going to be politicized in the eyes of other people. So you also corrupt just like them. My thoughts on everything. Good morning. Oh, I watch you all the time. I'm glad to have you here. My thoughts on everything. I watch you all the time. Oh my God. I'm so blessed to have you. Thank you. Thank you for stopping by. I am going to subscribe to you, sister. No problem. Thank you so much. I already subscribed to your channel, if I'm not mistaken, but I know I watch you all the time. If I'm not, I'm going to do so. But I watch you all the time. Even today, this morning, I was watching you. Thank you. Yes, guys. Like I was saying, I will start the stream long. Yes, Dada. No problem. Thank you. No problem. You gotta get up early, Center. No problem. Have a good night. I'm going to provide you regarding how you center today. No problem. My thoughts on everything. Thank you. See ya. Even some of our journalists that keep talking and talking, some of them are part of the corruption. You know that? They're part of the corruption too. Because there's a lot of them. When Jame was there, they were with him. As soon as he was done with them, now they try to come out and talk, all kinds of crap about him. But you were part of it. We have Maslaha culture. Maslaha culture. Yes. Maslaha. You can kill someone and people will say, let's talk in Badia. And that is what makes me angry. That is what makes me angry about Gambia. Like someone would just cut off somebody's head and you want to talk like family? You want to bring relations to that instead of like saying the truth and let somebody face the consequence of their actions. We want to bring family, or this is your friend or this is your family, you cannot do that, everybody will know. Let everybody know what the heck is going on, because that is what is going to bring a change, when everybody knows what is going on. But if we want to sugarcoat everything, we're just going to go be behind all the time. We're going to be blinded by our sentiments. Call family friends. I don't care. A family or a friend that can betray you is not a friend. It's not worthy of it. Mansa, I know. No problem. Thank you. That is it. Elijah said, or rape. And you see, there's a lot of Gambian women that have been raped that have not got the courage to come out. I did talk about that in the beginning of the life. Like, women do get abused all the time in Gambia, but they don't have the courage to come out and talk about it. They don't have the courage, because what happens is that the aftermath of you coming out is the problem. How the society will look at you. Like, I've seen and heard of women that have been abused sexually, and they told their family members, and their parents will tell them that, don't you ever talk about this. Let this be between us alone. Especially if it's someone in your family that has committed such crimes. That's even the best way to hide the crime. Because somebody is your uncle does not mean that if they do something as such heinous crimes, they should be kept secret, and this is why people can abuse women as much as they want. Some people abuse our children, very young children that don't know nothing. You abuse them, and when when the parents know about it, they want to keep it a secret. That is going to affect that child in the long run. It's going to affect that child in the long run. And that's how these kids grow up insane, because of what they went through. We want to support a rapist and then go against the person that has been raped. It's crazy. I've seen people on social media even trying to, make excuses for a rapist, asking people, how do you know if he did it? Asking people, how do you know if he did it? Parents don't talk to the kids about it. That's why we see kids get pregnant. Yes, some kids have been abused since childhood to their teenage years, and they have never said anything to their parents, especially moms. Moms, your female child is your best friend, and you cannot be shy to tell them anything or ask anything from them. But the thing is that in Africa, we don't have that kind of culture whereby we talk to our children, especially the ones that are the female children. We don't have that culture that we talk to them about sex, very important things that we don't think it's important, or we feel shy to talk about. I feel like some parents do feel shy to talk about sex to their kids. They can't. How many parents do talk about that with their kids? I mean, we all know that. It's like some kind of like, it's like shameful to do it. It's not shameful. Look at the kids here. The way like you talk to them, the way people talk to them, their moms talk to them, their dads talk to them about sex, sex life. They talk to them at a very early age. Yes, it's a different culture because they get involved in things very quickly compared to the African child. But nowadays, you don't trust any child because in this generation, the social media and the kind of things that these kids know, you'll be surprised of what your child knows. You might think your child don't know something, but they know it better than you do. So that's why we have to talk to these kids. Some of these kids don't even know like what kind of touching is inappropriate. And you, the mother or the father, it is your responsibility to let them know, what needs to be reported. But because they are kids, every time you have like that, some people have that strict face whereby their children don't even have the courage to tell them what happens yesterday or to tell them what happened today at school. And that's what happens in Africa. That's what happens in Gambia. A lot of us don't have the courage to tell our mothers what happened to us because they don't build that kind of relationship with us. I think it's getting better now. Like the younger generation, I think it's getting better, but a lot of people don't have the relationship, that kind of relationship with their kids. And even like now, there are some young people because they were brought up like that. They got used to it, and this is how they want to bring up their kids too. But with how do I say it? By teaching each other, it's going to get better. Because I always tell my friends, no, don't treat your child like that. Let them know. Talk to them about sex. I am very, very fluent when it comes to sex talk. I don't know. I'm just so fluent about it, especially when it comes to me and my friends, or even my husband. Even my husband, we talk about such things. Sometimes we need to teach each other. You should make this and Maninka teaching your topic. I should make this and Maninka teaching my topic. Elijah, you mean I should do it in Maninka too? In Gambia, when if people find you talking or having some sexual education with your child, I'm not supposed to say that word. I forgot. YouTube might just flag me. Sexual education with your child, people will be like, woo, what is this one teaching their kids? What you're teaching your child is not good. This is just a small girl or a small boy. You're not supposed to teach them something like that. It's like a taboo. They will scold you for having such lessons with your kids. Mr. Truth, what you missed. Okay, we were talking about the Gambian healthcare system because there's a lot of women that have been dying due to negligence for the past 1 month, and this is something that always happens. That's what we were talking about, but we did talk about a couple more stuffs that goes on, corruptions and stuff like that. Oh, okay, make it my program. Yeah, you're right. because like the Gambian like community, we don't talk about such things. We really don't. We really don't talk about such things. Like a lot of people are shy to come out and talk about like relationship or you know sex things. I don't want to mention the name again because of YouTube, but a lot of us don't talk about that because we're shy. We're ashamed to talk about it because we didn't grow up like that. We didn't grow up being sexually educated. And it helps a lot of people, whether it's relationship wise or um, your child growing up and knowing what's right and wrong. Why do you want someone else or someone outside to abuse your child before you can tell them the right thing? Why would you want that? Yes, sugary. That should fall on parents. But parents don't do it. Parents don't do it. No, I'm not talking about schools. I'm talking about parents, like not talking to their kids. Like, a lot of African parents don't sexually educate their kids. That's exactly what I'm saying. And that's why some of the kids do get abused by people outside or even by family members for a very long time before people know what is happening. It is too late. Because there's this culture of shyness and shame when it comes to talking like that in Africa. And I think it's not even only in Gambia, it's like almost everywhere. We have a culture of shyness to talk about that with our kids, even like with your adult kids. How many parents do talk about that with their adult kids? It's like a taboo for you to have such education with your child. If people see you doing it, so a lot of people will be like, what? What are you teaching this child? Not knowing you're doing the right thing. Yep. Nobody should even help you teach your child certain things. Nobody should do it. You know, I think I don't know if I watched a YouTube video or something, but it's about somewhere whereby they want teachers to have some like sexual education with the kids in school. But the problem with that is that this has to be an agreement between the parents and the school or the education system. So, and this is why it is the responsibility of the parent to do so. I don't think anyone should teach your kids such things. I think there's a limit for the teachers. The teachers also have their limit. And certain things I don't want, even if someone else can teach my child, I think I am the best person to teach my child that. There is no better person than I am. I know what I want to teach my child, and I'm the best person to do so. So, as a parent, you're the best person to sexually educate your child. If you're doing it for purpose of education, YouTube will not bother you. Oh, okay. They've been so sensitive lately. That's why everybody is complaining. They're so sensitive, but I don't think it'll be a problem. Just that I'm scared because sometimes I rather spell the word than even say it because they're so like, I don't know. YouTube is something else now. Like I said, I feel comfortable teaching my child, you know, I feel comfortable teaching my child such things because that way I know what I'm teaching my child and I know what is going into their ears and how I'm doing it. Because you don't even know the person outside that is teaching your child. How are they doing it? You know, it's not even safe. That's even, to me, no, that's not a good idea to me. That's not a good idea. I don't think I would agree with that. Even if they want to introduce it in the system, I will not agree with it because as a mother, I think I'm the better person to do that. I don't think there's anybody outside who can do it better than me. You don't know the minds of people. You might think somebody is sexual educating your child when they have something else in mind. So I don't even agree with that idea of having someone do that for me. Yep, I don't. I mean, if you can do it, how about me? If you can do it, then I can do it 10 times better. Even in schools, don't you know, even in schools, like there are teachers that do abuse kids in schools? It happens. It's crazy. It's good people are bringing things to sight. Yes, Mr. Truth, it's good people are bringing things to sight. That's what we gotta do. We don't have a choice. Yeah, well, that's the sad reality of the Gambia. We're just here every day. You log in the media. It's one bad news to another, and we want to sugarcoat everything. Can't be making everything look nice when we're suffering. You know, some people just want you to talk about the good side of Gambia, and me, I tell people I'm not gonna do that. Like this is my platform, and I'm gonna talk about both the good and the bad. I'm not gonna come to I'm not gonna come on YouTube and start bashing Gambia on every video as if we don't have like good things going. But when we see wrong, we have to talk about it in the media. And you know, the only way we can beat these politicians to their games is by coming out in the media and showing the world what the heck is going on. That's the only way. That's what the media is here for. Like this, human beings did not solve a lot of problems, but the media did solve so many problems for us lately that we don't even know. You guys have a wonderful night. Catch you all another time. Modu Lamin, thank you. Thank you. Have a good morning or a good night. I don't know. If you're in Gambia, good morning. In Europe, yes. Thank you for stopping by, Lamin. Yeah. I've been here for like 2 hours, 30 minutes, and I'm tired. I'm about to go to. But yeah, like I said, this is the sad reality of the Gambia. We can't sugarcoat everything. We have to come out and let's get help by talking about the things that affect us in the media. Look at what happens where the case of the girls that have been in Lebanon, if it wasn't the media, those girls would have still been stuck there. But because things came out to light, today they're in Gambia. Sometimes our politicians, they like to be disgraced. It's like they love disgrace. It's their second name. They love to be disgraced and embarrassed. It's like a party to them. So why don't you give them the cake? That's what they like. I'm going to give it to you. Gambia. But with all that said, that those hospitals, like our healthcare workers, like they need to do better. They need to do better. They can't just like destroy the life of people like that. It's not right. It's not fair. They need to do better. They can't fail the Gambian people when the life of the human being is in your hands. You can't do that. And the system needs to hold all these people accountable for that. All those people that are involved in the negligence of those women that died, they all need to be held accountable for it. All of them. I said now people are coming out on the media talking about it, and still, I don't think there's anything being done about it. If this was another country, like these people would have been in jail by now. And I bet you they're still in the hospital practicing, doing what they know how to do best, neglecting people and killing them. They're still there. It's so sad, but we're going to be having more deaths because when people are not being held accountable for their actions, others are going to, like, take that same footstep. There's a lot of people that instead of like the doctor that is supposed to teach them, or the person they're supposed to be learning from is the one, like, doing these crazy, wicked, heinous things. And someone is watching you, that person is supposed to learn from you. What do you think you're teaching them? Let the CNAs and SRNs stay within the limit of their job. This is where they're supposed to stop, and you should not proceed above it. You should not go over what you're supposed to do. Why would you do that? I don't know how they have that kind of right to help women in delivery when they don't even have a 2 months of license, when they have not gone to school for even 1 week. If you're watching this and you're Gambian, tell your family members that not everybody who wears that nursing uniform is a nurse in Gambia, but everybody, RN nurse, SRNs, CNAs, they will all wear that white uniform, calling themselves nurses. So it is your job to inform your people so that they know the kind of person they're giving their life to, whose hands they're putting their life in. honestly. For me, I try to educate my family as much as I can because I don't trust these people. And I know, like, even Gambia, a lot of people don't trust the healthcare workers. A lot of people don't trust them now. People, even if they're sick, they don't want to go to the hospital. You hear of a little sickness, and then before you know, the person is dead. Politicians are from the society. When Yaya was killing people, there are Gambians who are supporting him. Sister, the doctors who were working with Yaya on his fake HIV, they're still working. Exactly. And they know it was fake. They know it was fake and they approved it. I don't know if because they're scared to get to die. Maybe they thought that he's gonna kill them. But they're all part of the corruption. They're all part of the corruption. Politicians are from the society, yes. It is the people that turn out to be like these criminals. Because these politicians, most of them are criminals. When Yaya was even killing people, it was Gambians. Look at how many Gambians have slaughtered their own brothers and sisters. Gambians slaughtering their own brothers and sisters. Unbelievable. If someone had told me that like a few years ago, I would never have believed it. Because I used to like tell I remember when I see other African countries like burning people because they steal. I used to tell people Gambians can never do that. We don't have that kind of heart. I used to like argue with my friends that are from other African countries that my people, we can't do that without knowing that Gambians are doing worst things. Gambians are doing crazy things to their fellow Gambians. Unbelievable. All these politicians that sit in office and doing all these wicked things, they were all in the society. They're Gambians. There was a post that I made. I was like, how do we know who the good ones are? Even if we think we get the bad ones out, the ones that are coming they always like become worse than the bad ones that we took out. So that leaves me wondering, do we have good people or how many good people do we have? Because I don't see a reason why we should always fall into the hands of the wrong leaders. Why do we have to always fall into the hands of the wrong leaders? It's like everybody that is coming is wrong. They were not scared. Yeah, but that's the excuse that they were saying. Because they say if they don't do it, they're gonna die. But they have a chance to run and they didn't do that. And sometimes it's greed. It's a combination of greed and wickedness. Heartless. A lot of them could have like disappeared. They have the chance to do so and they didn't do it. They were enjoying it. There is no system, there is no department that you're going to go to and have anything done fairly without you giving anybody money. It's all about corruption. Everywhere you go, if you don't have money, your time is going to be delayed. And all of us, we went through it in some type of way. There is nobody who's going to say, I have never bribed anybody. Even though we keep saying that it needs to stop, it needs to stop, we can't say that we have never bribed. I don't even know how we're gonna stop it. So we all part of the problem sometimes. Because if you look at it, if you bribe someone, you encourage it. But if you don't, then you will not get what you want. Too bad. Come 2021, I think I said it in my, what is it called? In the beginning. Come 2021, if we don't elect the right person, that's another 5 years in darkness. That's another 5 years in darkness. I hope we do the right thing, because I don't also want us to take out a wrong person and then put the worst person in the picture again. Elijah, good night. I guess that's what you said, right? I thought you were in England. Wait a minute. Are you in the US or England? I thought you were in England. Are there Gambians in the life, like people in Gambia right now? I'm not talking about the people in the diaspora. Are there Gambians who are in Gambia right now that are in the life? Let me know, because I want you guys to join the protest. Join the women in protesting on the 23rd of September. Because they need the support, especially if we have like a lot of men. Like I said, sometimes men, they're always left behind. Oh, Elijah, you're in US? Okay. All right. Yeah, it's pretty late here. Thank you for joining the live though. You've been with me for a while. Thank you. If there are Gambians that are watching the live, or even after the live stream is going to be on my channel. And if you watch the entire thing, please join the protest. Do join the protest. It's on the 23rd. Stand in solidarity of Gambian women. The women need more men to join them. It's not all about women. Yes, it is women that are dying. But remember, it's your wives and your brothers and your sisters. So you gotta stand with them and fight. Let their voices be heard. You know, Gambian women, we always beg for a support from a lot of men. There are men that they always support our women. Because today I was even watching a lot of videos that men came out and talking about this issue of Gambian women dying during childbirth. And I'm very impressed with those videos. Like, I was very happy to see that. Like, I was very excited because that is what I expect, and that is what the women expect from their men. Stand with us, support us, fight with us, help us save our lives. So if you're in Gambia and you're watching this live, you join the protest on the 23rd. There's going to be a big protest, and Gambian women, they want their voices to be heard. Yeah. We have 15 people in the live. Do like this video. Give me a big thumbs up if you are just joining. Even though we're almost gone. We've been here for almost 3 hours, so I'm about to go because I'm tired. I was supposed to edit some videos because I did make a video in Wolof and Mandinka about this the Gambian women issue and the mortality rate of the pregnant women. I did make a video in Mandinka and Wolof about it, and then I think I also made I did make a English version of it. So I was supposed to edit those videos, but I'm so tired right now because I think after this live, I'm just gonna go to bed. I'm very tired. I can't wait for YouTube to release my live so I can do my live videos on my phone, because that way the picture can be very clear, because I'm not using a streaming software. Instead, I'm just using my webcam from my laptops, and it's not very clear. I'm not using a streaming software. So yeah, but I think I'm gonna go in the next 9 minutes. It's we've been here for 2 hours 52 minutes. So I'm about to leave in the next 8 minutes, making it 3 hours live. I wish even the market women, everybody should join the protest. It's not only supposed to be people that are at home or the people that go walk everyday walk in the offices, or housewives that are supposed to do the protest, but every Gambian is supposed to join the protest, whether you're a man, woman, young, everybody should join the protest, because this is the life of the Gambian people, and we need to stand in solidarity with our women. I would like to wake up and see like a lot of men. I know it's not going to be majority of men, but I would like to see a lot of men join the protest. That is going to make Gambian women so proud of our men. I mean, we're already proud of you guys, but make us proud again. Because we have a problem with our men, always being behind. It's always like ladies that are in the media. Ladies are always the majority in the media. I know it's because, we always have more women. The population of women is higher, and this is why when we elect leaders, I feel like sometimes it is the women that even make these leaders win the election, because if you're running for presidency and you don't have women and youths on your side, you're not gonna win. You're not gonna win in Gambia. Mm-mm. So us women too, we do contribute to electing the wrong leaders, because these leaders, they have a way of using the brain of women. They will bribe them into supporting them, bring them closer to themselves when it's time for elections. And as soon as they get that seat, that's it. I'm done. They're like, you're on your own. I don't have time for you. So they leave us to our fate. We're always regretting our actions. We're always regretting what we did. So we vote for these people, and then at the end of the day, we're like, if I had known, had I known, I wouldn't have done it. So us women, we always regret our actions. And these politicians, they know that it is the women that make them win, though. They know. Remember, even when Jama was there, oh my God, you see how he just grabbed women to his side, because he knows that's the way he can win. Women and youths. Meditation with music. Good morning, new subscriber, and just join your live 5 minutes. Thank you for sharing the issue Gambian women are facing in English. When diasporan women arrive, this will also be our fate. That's true. That is very true. It's so sad though. I did talk about at the beginning of the live, I did talk about having diasporans, because I know we have a lot of Gambian in the diaspora that are nurses, volunteering to go back home and help will make a very big difference. I did talk about that in the beginning. Like I was talking about how we can make sacrifices to volunteer and go. I mean, it doesn't have to be every like one group every year. It can be like everybody can come together. A lot of us can come together and do this humanitarian work of going back and volunteering, even if it's 1 month of your leave. You go volunteer and help your country, come back, and another group can disperse. I think that will make a very big difference. And even these people that are in Gambia in the healthcare sectors, if they don't know their job, like the people here can teach them, like train them, because here, if you work in the healthcare sector, you get trained all the time, no matter how much you know. If you want, you can know the whole world, but that will not stop them from giving you some revision work to do. They like update your mind all the time. Even if you are a CNA, STNA, you're always updated. They update your mind all the time. You have to do in service all the time, patient rights, resident rights, how to care for your patient. It's not as if you don't know. But just to make sure that you understand and your scope of practice. Very important. And that's a problem that we have in Gambia. People don't know their scope of practice, number one. Number two, nobody is held accountable for their actions. These are very like two major issues that we have. A system that will not hold people accountable is a failed one. Yeah. Hello. Hello, Malka Queen. How are you? Thank you for joining. How much do nurses and midwives earn in a month in Gambia? It sounds like this sector needs an overhaul, training and jobs creation. I'm thinking to UK standards. I did talk about that. Pay wise is another like problem that we have over there, because there are some I think it's like it depends on what kind of nurse you are, but like $4,000 that is like less than $100, and we expect these people to feed their families on that money, their fares going back and to and fro work, and still do a good job. Some of these people don't even care. And salary wise, the entire healthcare sector needs to be reformed. They need to get like a good compensation, and at the same time be accountable for their actions. Make sure they need to be policed, basically. They need to be policed. You know how state police people in hospitals and healthcare facilities here. That's how our healthcare sector needs to be policed. Like the people that are working there, like I said, knowing your scope of practice is very important. You're good. Yes, I'm good too. I've been here for a while, Malka. It's been like 3 hours. I'm just about to leave because I'm tired. But we did talk about a lot of things. Thank you for joining, though. Yes, this sector needs an overhaul. Yes, a big one. And Mansa was here, and she said, like theory wise, our healthcare professionals know theory wise, but when it comes to the practical, people don't know nothing, because we don't have the right equipments. What is the percentage of women who die during childbirth? I don't even know, but it's a lot. Like for the past 1 month, we have that. This is just what we know that is out on the media. We have 16 people right now that has come out on the media, like basically that the public knows, that died within 1 month, all during childbirth and due to negligence. And I'm telling you, if we have 16 deaths within 1 month, this is just what we know in the media. That means that we have 100 more that we didn't know about. And that is part of this 1 month. Because not everything comes out in the media. There's a lot of things that are just swept under the carpet. there's a lot of things that are swept under the carpet because they will come out and make it look nice. Because yesterday I watched the president address the nation, and he did not even talk about this. He didn't talk about it, and that is very sad because that is one of the things that people were expecting to hear. People were expecting for you to address, but they pretend like it didn't happen. There's a lot more deaths that happen that people don't know, the public don't know, maybe family members, but other than that, like the Gambian public don't know about it. So even if we have like 1-2 case that is out, that is good. Okay, I'm grateful to you that you made this live in English. I am following you to learn a Gambian language. If you could continue sharing in English, we diasporans can lead and figure out solutions. For sure, for sure. I do make a lot of videos in English, and even if I make a video in my language, I always make sure I also translate it to English so that my English viewers can know. Yeah, sure. I like to make videos sometimes in my local language. That way, the people who don't understand English, or basically, there's just some people who just prefers to hear it in the local language. Sometimes I would just do that. But most of my videos are even in English. But for something like this, I decided to make it in English and Mandinka. I didn't post that yet. I have to edit them. But I decided to do it in Mandinka and Wolof because I can speak those two languages, you know, just just to make sure like Gambian people, all Gambian people that may want to watch it can understand in any language that they choose to. All right, guys, I've been here for a while. I'm tired and I gotta go. But thank you all for stopping by and being part of this live today. No problem. Meditation with music. No problem. Thank you for sharing also. Thank you very much and have a good rest of your day or good night. I don't know which one it is. And to everyone else that is watching, thank you all for joining this live and sticking with me throughout. I've been here for 3 hours. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Good night to some of you guys who are in the US. Good morning to the people in Gambia. Good morning to the people in Europe. And I appreciate you all being here today. Okay, it's 2 a.m. here, 2:18 a.m. and I gotta go. But yeah, guys, thank you. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Okay. I love you guys. Bye. I'm sure you want to